This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman.
No middleman.
No middleman. Middleman. Middleman.
No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshakes, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, defeated the passion.
Disclaimer: this broadcast is intended for commentary, discussion, and entertainment purposes only. All topics and statements are based on publicly available information, including news reports, social media content, and third-party sources, which may include allegations or unverified claims. The views expressed are opinions and should not be interpreted as confirmed facts. This content is not intended to harm, defame, misrepresent any individual, organization, or entity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Look around, who told you, who showed you, who sold you the story? Yeah. Them it got to be no middleman, no middleman. Everybody scrolling with a verdict in their hand. No middleman, no middleman. Truth moving slow, out of rumors got a band. No middleman. No middleman. Everybody talk. Who really understand? A screenshot here before the sunrise. One voice clip, 9,000 replies. Headlines chasing with the timeline feeds. Half on facts, half on what they believe. Some say justice, some say lies. Everybody got a courtroom behind their eyes. One post up and the whole world split. Nobody asking who confirmed it. Echoes bouncing off the algorithm walls. Watch a whisper turn into a cannonball. Everybody got a mic, nobody got restraint. Painting whole pictures with imaginary paint. Hold up, wait, is it evidence or is it bait? Hold up, wait, don't confuse attention with weight. No middleman, no middleman. Everybody scrolling with a verdict in their hand. No middleman, no middleman. Truth moving slow, out of rumors got a band. One leak, two leaks, everybody feast. Clicks getting fat while the facts getting weak. Everybody first, nobody right. Posting in the daytime, deleting in the night. Truth don't rush, truth survives. Pressure reveals what the lie can't hide. So if it's confirmed, then stand on it proud. If it's just alleged, just say it out loud. Difference between knowing and feeling like you know. Difference between watching and putting on a show. No middleman, no shortcut to the truth. No middleman. Questions first, conclusions later. No middleman. If the facts change, so should we. No middleman. No middleman.
You muted.
Hey y'all. 75, maybe 80% of what reaches you now doesn't come from a press release. It comes from a screenshot, a voicemail, a DM. Somebody wasn't supposed to see. No middleman, no filter, just the leak and you deciding what it means. Tonight, 3 stories being shaped into a real time are what's getting out. Some of it's confirmed, some of it isn't. We're going to be honest about which is which. This is No Middleman.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain. Uncle Plug. Let's go. No middleman.
What was going on? What happened to this guy? How was he just able to disappear into the water and reappear in the same spot shortly after? Either way, I just had to get that out. Let me know what you guys think about that take. If the goal is justice, then violence, intimidation, and threats against others should have no place in that pursuit, she says. Listen to the recording itself and for yourself, then ask whether this is justice and what justice looks like. The attack on the innocent in the name of the fake narrative about race. All right, here goes the video. It's rough, guys.
Justice for Nolan Wells. Justice for Nolan Wells, father of a murderer.
Justice for Noah Wells, son for a son. Justice for Noah Wells, son for a son. Justice for Noah Wells, son for a son. Justice for Noah.
I don't like this because this sounds like a curse, to be honest. I don't listen to this stuff is weird.
Wells,
Either way.
son for a son.
Hello?
Hello, am I speaking with Benjamin Hudson, mister?
Who is this?
So what you're hearing is Warren's dad actually answered the phone in this case. And this is a person who's talking to him and called to speak with him. And here's what he had to say.
Hello, am I speaking with Benjamin Hudson, mister?
Who is this?
You and your son gonna die, little bro, and your wife, for what y'all did.
He said, you and your wife, you and your son are going to die, little bro, and your wife for what you did. I mean, this guy already sounds ignorant, obviously. Don't know who it is. I'm sure the police, law enforcement, and the FBI know who it is at this point, but disgusting.
Yeah,
man.
no, answer the phone. You and your folks think y'all ass so smart, so slick. All this other dumbass shit. Your son gonna get the worst of it, and he know it. He know it. Y'all ain't saving shit. Y'all can't save that little nigga. Y'all can't save y'all fucking self. But just know it's coming. It's real coming. Bitch ass, your bitch ass sons and them gonna disable their account and all this other Bruce ass shit. Your bitch ass sons and them gonna disable their account and all this other Bruce ass shit. They know what's going on. They know what they did. They disabled that shit for a reason. They lowered up for a reason. They don't follow this ass for a reason. They know why. Y'all ass raised a whole bitch. This bitch ass nigga, him and his little hoe ass friends gonna do the shit. Then they just gonna go back they day, still party like ain't shit happening. Like they ain't just take they so-called friends.
Just think about it for a second. Think about,
man, that might look good.
You pick up your phone and you start hearing these messages. You got to sit there and listen to these messages, knowing all of your information out there, knowing your son, your wife is a public figure. Your son's face is out there. People know where they are. It's not okay.
Y'all ought to be ashamed of y'allself.
Don't try and run now, you bitch ass motherfucker. Your son is a piece of shit, and he's about to get all the way fucked up. Don't run now, you bitch. You's a punk ass motherfucker, just like your fucking son, you fucking fag. Fuck you, fuck him. You guys are gonna get what the fuck's coming to you. I know he fucking killed that little fucking kid, man. You guys aren't shit. Your wife ain't shit. Fuck all you motherfucking racist pieces of shit. Fuck all you motherfuckers.
He's white.
How can the father of somebody who murdered another person go and try to receive donations using the name of the murder victim? You know what you've done. I'm 22 years old. I'm just a bit older than your son, Warren. I can't believe that I live in a world with people like you and your son.
Jeez.
I can't believe that I live in a world with evil, racist, white people who then go and falsely claim that they praise God while living racist, evil, selfish, harmful lives while they take the lives of innocent people. God's light shines down for Nolan Xavier Wells.
Listen, man, this world needs Jesus. I tell y'all, there's a lot of people out there who are angry, who are lost, and they just need Jesus for real. I cannot understand how someone could just feel so driven and so passionate about something they cannot even substantiate, that there's no evidence for, and in their mind Their depraved mind. They've just told themselves that this is what's true and decided to act on it. It's scary and terrifying to me. We just talked in our last topic about the shooting that went down in Idaho. I'm sure we're going to find out more information about that lunatic that went out there and killed 4 people and injured 7 people. You've got someone like this who's in society. You know what? Forget the racists. At least we know they don't like you. It's people like this who can, in their mind, just make up this entire situation that has not been substantiated. Those are the ones that scare me. The racists don't scare me. Y'all scare me. Where is this coming from? Where is all this hatred? Again, they need Jesus. It's terrifying to me to know that people are out there like this. I can't imagine how the Hudson family's feeling right now. It goes on.
The truth will come out. And you are evil. You are evil to your root. You decide it. And I hope that you soon change, or that soon you face every pain that you've brought upon other people.
Wow.
I hope that your son faces that same pain, and the pain that he brought through his racist actions and continues to bring through his racist actions.
They were hanging out with it.
You have raised your son to be a racist, heartless person who has taken the life of another person. And God, I hope that you burn in hell for it.
Yeah, guys, these are.
So there you have it. Welcome to No Middleman. Today we're going to be talking about leaked information. Leaked information has become the new narrative. If you guys has noticed, anyone who's been following news, anything trending lately, everything that we continue to give our opinion on, including myself, I can't speak for everybody else, but it's all due to leaked information, right? Leaked information is what we actually take from and create a narrative of our own, right? We start to assume, put guilt on certain people. We start to judge other groups. It's normal. It's become what society has become. So tonight we're going to be talking about leaked information and how it has become the new narrative. So we're going to show you guys in a bunch of different ways of how, if certain information was never leaked, how would things look today? And some of the things we can confirm that are facts in the Nolan Wells case is subpoenas have been issued for major tech companies for GPS messages and deleted content data. Independent autopsy was commissioned by the family. Official Mississippi autopsy was completed. Family attorney Ben Crump and Gary Bufkin are pursuing the independent investigation. Some unverified or alleged claims are the viral audio clip circulating online, which we just listened to some, labeled as unconfirmed and not established facts. Any claims about what has leaked voicemails contain until sources are identified directly. Even though those things are not verified, they were still leaked and they still start a conversation. So tonight on No Middleman, we're going to be talking about how leaked information has became the new narrative. So what is your guys' thoughts on the first segment, the leaked death threats from the Nolan Wells situation?
I think sometimes as humans, we tend to dip off into business that we don't need to be dipping off into. They had no business calling them folks' personal number, spewing threats over the phone. That's how you will get yourself locked up anyways. Threats. So I mean, I understand the people's frustration. I'm frustrated too. As a mother, I'm frustrated at this case. Things like feet are being dragged. I've said that from day one. But yet and still, we doing some of the most craziest stuff to bring attention to it, and it's not what any good is doing that. There's no reason for people to be calling, making threats over the phone. What good is that gonna do? Ooh, you calling me, leaving a voicemail. Let me go ahead and tell what really happened. That's not gonna push anybody any further than what they've already discovered. You gonna get yourself in trouble for making those threats. So I mean, Go ahead, plug.
Let's have a conversation. Because all this wouldn't be going on. All this content, all of these press conferences would be going on if they could finally get to the bottom of it. It's amazing how we watch this show called The First 48, and yet it's been damn near a month. And still no significant information, no significant evidence whatsoever. No one's been apprehended. No one's been really brought into, investigated, nothing. What do you expect the public to do? You're actually toying with their emotions. This is what's causing this. To be completely honest with you. You know what I mean? What do they expect? What do they expect? Could you guys hurry up? Please hurry up with the investigation. Please, we're getting death threats. That's what the public does. If the public can't say what they want to say with Twitter fingers in the comments, and they get an opportunity to actually call the person that they feel they had something to do with it, they're gonna do it. That's reality. That's what we live at right now. People talk about clout chasing. People talk about, the social media mindset, the algorithm. What do they expect? They have not come to no conclusion or nothing. What do they expect for the public to do when this thing is so polarized? What do they expect? What do we expect? Oh, everybody just don't. They ain't forgetting about this one. They ain't forgetting about this one. It's out there. And nobody's forgetting about it. Everybody's still heated. People still asking these same questions. That conversation is still going daily. And guess what? On August the 4th, 2026, there is still no evidence. There is still no information given to the public about nothing. So what do you expect them to do? They're going to run rampant. No one knows what happened to Nolan. Nobody knows.
Somebody knows. They just ain't even up to.
Hey, if it don't happen in the first 48, and when you got people playing, and people, I mean, what do you think the public to think? That y'all playing? No, nothing, nothing. Nobody got nothing. What the public gonna think? You had something to do with it. If it was me, you, Souls, same thing. They gonna think we had something to do with it. It's reality. It's reality. This is not nothing space age or sci-fi. This is reality. This is what we live in. It is what it is.
Do you guys feel that leak information justifies behaviors?
No.
They ain't leaking no evidence.
No, I'm not even talking about just this. I'm just talking about the overarching topic. Like this was just this is what just sparked the conversation that we're going to have tonight. But like overarchingly, do you guys feel, because we're going to talk about so many different leaked situations that has happened. Some of them happened decades ago. But when did we take the turn that leak information was credible enough to create a narrative? Because because you said something very interesting, Plug, and I agree with what you said. But it's almost like we're still justifying good and bad behavior when everybody still received the same information that shows no evidence.
No evidence.
You see what I mean? It'll be different if it was something. I mean, not saying that people can't think for themselves or go with the history of a state. Like I get all that, but at the end of the day, when you look at it from a black and white stance, not people, but just a black and white stance, we all got the same thing. Nothing.
So let's say this. Yeah. Let's say this, brother. Let's say that You are the payroll manager in HR. And them checks was supposed to be out by Wednesday. Thursday morning, if I came to work and I told Rain, and I think so stealing, bro. That leaked information is gonna be all over the workplace. And everybody gonna be like looking at you crazy when you come out of the office. You got the checks in your back pocket. They can't even see it. Man, I think they stealing for real. Look at it. They ain't got no smile on their face or nothing. Man, what he got going on? I think he was looking too serious for me, man. Look at that. They gonna start something because you know why? Because you ain't come out and say, hey, y'all, I know I ain't get this to y'all on Wednesday, but here you go. You can be checked. I'm gonna spread that all around the whole neck. You know what I mean? The whole workplace gonna be at your neck. That's what happening right here. It just happened to be a month later. It's actually August the 4th.
It's 30 days. Or is it 31?
Either way, it's been too damn long. But I mean, though the leaked information and them trying to create a narrative, does it like do they do that to to get rid of the guilt? Or do people like leak the information to create sympathy within the guilt? You know what I mean? Like, are they like, just say not just this situation, but somebody would be like, you know, say somebody got caught with an egregious charge, and then you know what I mean, and they would come out and say, "Oh, I'm getting death threats," and this, that, and the third. They'll leak some information just to take the attention off of them and put it on the people that's actually doing this, but you know what I'm saying? But actually, the charge is actually egregious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in this situation, the only way the voicemails got leaked is because of who received them. Mm-hmm. So the person who received them, are they trying to move everybody else's attention somewhere else and off what we really trying to figure out? So in this situation, is the leaked information trying to move focus onto something else? So we'll stop talking about the main thing. Basically.
Yeah, I think what they called it in the military, what they call it when someone tries to like obviously like what is it called, man? When somebody's trying to deceive you almost.
Deception. No shit.
Golly, I can't think of the word right now. But I think it's one of those things that leak information allows for those who really don't know what they're doing to continue to drag their feet. You see what I mean? Like, and I'm talking about leak information overarching. I'm not talking about the Nolan Wells case. So I know they were talking about it, but I'm talking about the overarching topic of leak information. I think that a lot of this stuff is actually done to
a diversion.
Yeah, there you go. Diversion. Yeah, it's like it's a diversion, right? Because I sent you guys both a video today about what happened with the young man out of Mississippi that was allegedly hung in Delta, Mississippi. Right? His parents are reaching out, asking where is Benjamin Crump now? Like nobody, they still never got the independent autopsy results. Like, I think once you start to, it's kind of like what Plug said. In those 48 hours, if you ain't getting what you really need to get, I think you can already see what the game is. Like, you can already see the long game. Like, you can already see it. Like, I think it's just one of those things to keep things pushing forward, to keep everybody not really confused, but keep people busy, right? It keeps you busy. You know what I mean? They always told us in the military, once something happens, make sure you're watching everything else because it's something else happening too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every
time.
What
I mean? Like even in the midst of all this tragedy, it's been multiple more police officer shootings. I don't know if y'all seen the other one that just happened. Like so,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
crazy.
so it's like we focus on this and then this happens, then you focus on that, then this happened, but then the leak information is nothing but somebody dangling a carrot in front of you to keep your focus only on this topic, so that you only focus on that topic throughout the whole time, while behind everything else is going on. But you're not gonna have. And I always tell people, there's only one Ben Crump. There's only one Al Sharpton. They can't be everywhere. You know what I mean? So like, just one of those things. That's why I thought it was just a
and bodies dropping. And
yeah,
bodies dropping.
Yeah.
They stuck on this case and this and trying to get this evidence and solve this one over here. Guess what? It's more bodies dropping over there.
Yeah. Mass.
What? I'm talking about, man. Look, dog, it seems as if there is a button that's been pushed because bodies are dropping.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know who it is. I don't know what. They say they. We say they. But, man, I'm telling you right now, boy, it's a button being pushed somewhere because these guys are off the chain. Whew.
Yeah. So, man, just wanted to open up with that. We got a lot of good topics tonight that's going to come off of what we consider leaked information, or in some terms, people probably call it snitching. It all depends on how you want to look at it. But there's going to be there's going to be a lot.
I'm telling.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of information that we talk about tonight, just sparking about this leaked information. So I'm going to put these up, and Rain, the comments are yours, man.
Time says souls of thought and chat family respect and blessings.
It is behind. We are. It is lagging for sure. I see it. Man.
I'm watching it. I'm seeing it.
BG, welcome in, BG. He said, "Hey, Uncle Bud, salute Uncle Bud." I'm sorry. Uncle Bud said, "What's happening?" Time. Everybody was getting acquainted in the chat. Time said, "Is he from Florida? Because he don't sound like he from Mississippi."
He do sound like he from Florida for real.
Hey, Too Tight said, "First time he seeing this." Too Tight said, "Plug is crazy. Plug crazy." He said, "They going in, huh? Crazy work." Uncle Plug said, "Too Tight, what's up, my boy?" Time said, "Wow, this is crazy." Too Tight said, "I don't feel sorry for them, though. It is what it is." Miss Maddie got the raindrops, the plugs, and the war room emojis. Welcome in, Miss Maddie. Too Tight said, "Much love and blessings to Nolan family, though. Real talk." Absolutely. Penny said, "Leaked info is an issue, but the delayed official responses and releases are fanning the fire." I can agree with that.
Facts.
Too Tight said, "Speak on it, Plug." Time said, "Uncle Plug, 100. Time said, "Soft rain." Thank you, Time. Penny said, "Honestly, this has been tame. This has been tame." Penny said, "No justification for ignorance." Too Tight said, "Dang." Classy said, "How do we have nothing when we can say for a fact that there would be arrest if the race was different? So we nothing if the dead man is black."
That's what it feels. And as we, try to stay out of that lane of race, but it seems so obvious though. God,
Penny said, "The stream choppy for anyone else, or is it just me?"
It's choppy.
Time said, "Giant leaked information will be everywhere in 2 seconds. This day and age."
Mm-hmm.
Penny said, "Okay."
Oh, Buzz says choppy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Miss Gwendolyn.
Welcome
David.
in, Miss Gwendolyn. Welcome in, man. Welcome back.
Cutie pie.
Penny said, "Misdirection."
It's funny. Everybody started throwing them out there.
Mine said, red herring." Time said, "Don't they call that military deception?" Mine said, "Okie dokie. Okie doke." The okie doke. Too Tight said, "As souls, I grooves with that for sure, for sure." Pastor said, "Evidence ain't evidence when you black."
Facts.
He said, "Why is it being discussed as if people can only focus on one thing at a time?"
Facts.
Maddie said, "We are under attack and one case has taken the center stage."
Facts.
Classy said, "Additionally, the public isn't responsible for carrying out law and order.
Should be.
Two Tight said, yeah, it's ridiculous. We are losing too many people.
Facts.
Penny said they getting the same calls the civil rights leaders got in the middle of the night. Classic says stay put of the lane of race for what?
I think it's out.
Stay out the lane of race for what?
So,
race is clearly a component.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, like when you look at the situation, like when you look at the situation, what's happening, let's just take like the race side of it and say, whoever it is, why the hell is this evidence taking so long? Why haven't anybody been apprehended? Why haven't anybody been investigated? You know what I'm saying? And then when we add that racial component, then it's like, oh, I get it. Oh, I see why. And if you don't feel like that, then why? A month? When they used to find folks in hours, and now it's a month. It's been a month. This is wild.
Classic said, no, let's not take race out of it. The answer to all of your questions is race. So read it. Time said, if your state is known for Mississippi burning Emmett Till, Mega Everest, and your state is known for being racist, it is what it is. No issue to stop and frisk. Classic with the face palms. And Classic said, have a full conversation like souls keep saying. Don't take nothing out of it. Penny said, in this information age, there is no excuse with Big Brother to take this long.
Cool, man. Anything else y'all have on this one? Awesome, man. We got an awesome show in store for y'all. We're going to move on to our next segment, better known as The Radar with Ray.
Suffering got Alabama grace all in the spirit. Yeah. Georgia roots in the soul every time you hear it. Yeah.
So, y'all, we have spent the last few minutes talking about the Nolan Wells case where viral audio, alleged voicemails, and social media speculation are all competing with an active investigation. And whether those recordings ultimately prove to be significant or not, they raise a much bigger question. Can one leak change the entire direction of a story? History says absolutely. So tonight on Radar with Rain, when most people hear the word leak, they think about gossip. A leaked text message, a voicemail, a leaked DM, a screenshot that wasn't meant to be shared. But sometimes a leak doesn't just start a conversation, it changes history. One of the most well-known examples happened back in 2014 and involved former Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice. So on February 15, 2014, Rice and his then fiancee Janae were involved in a physical altercation inside an elevator in an Atlantic City casino. A few days later, surveillance footage was released showing Ray Rice dragging an unconscious Janae out of the elevator. The public could see the aftermath, but they couldn't see what happened on the inside. The NFL did their investigation, and the Baltimore Ravens stood behind their player. And in July of that year, Ray Rice received a 2-game suspension. Many people thought that the punishment was too light. Others argued that investigators had already seen enough evidence, and then everything changed. So in September, people over at TMZ released a surveillance footage from inside the elevator, and for the first time, the public saw the punch that knocked Janae unconscious. So within hours, Baltimore Ravens released Ray Rice. The NFL suspended him indefinitely. Sponsors distanced themselves. The conversation around domestic violence in professional sports changed almost overnight. And the NFL later strengthened its personal conduct policy. So to think about that for a moment, the incident hadn't changed. The people involved hadn't changed. The timeline hadn't changed. But what changed was what the public can finally see. That's the power of a leak. Sometimes it exposes the truth. Sometimes it exposes only part of the truth. And sometimes it spreads before investigators have had the opportunity to establish the complete picture. So that's why every leaked recording, every screenshot, every voicemail, and every video deserves the same question. Is this the whole story or is it just a piece of it? So you can go ahead and play the video. So
TMZ presents How to Investigate a Crime. Step 1, investigate the crime. Something the NFL simply chose not to do 7 months ago when Ray Rice knocked out his fiancée in an elevator.
So this is a total failure on the part of Roger Goodell and his team of investigators. And they didn't do the obvious thing, which was go to the Rebel Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City and say, hey, can we get the video?
And sources from the casino tell TMZ they would have happily handed the video over if anybody from the NFL had asked, but nobody asked.
And we know Ray Rice's lawyer had a copy. And they would have had leverage over Ray Rice. They could go to him and say, we have to see the video to determine what your punishment is. So was this an oversight or was it by design? I don't think it's obvious that this is an oversight. There are things sometimes you don't want to see if you've already reached your conclusions.
And without seeing the video, Goodell's conclusion was to suspend Rice for a measly 2 games based on Rice telling him this was a case of mutual combat. Well, that, and of course the work of his crack investigators, seen here. Stooges. But back to the crime and the tape the NFL made no effort to see.
If they thought that the videotape might be explosive, why wouldn't they buy the tape?
Oh, if they did that, they would be summarily fired and even more.
So, but this makes them look bad too. My question is why didn't they come in and somehow get somebody or do something?
Clean it up.
Ray Donovan, or? That's what they should have done, Ray Donovan style.
Well, he's normally a badass, just not in that clip. Anyway, Kamish never sees the video until now. Ray Donovan not involved, and Rice dumped by the Ravens and Madden 15. Yeah, that happened. Dude can't even play pretend football.
yeah, so I do want to add before we get into our discussion that even though this ended his NFL career, it did not end his family. And more than a decade later, Ray and Janae are still married and are raising 2 children together. Ray has publicly spoken about taking responsibility for his actions, attending counseling, and dedicating most of his post-football life to mentoring young athletes and speaking about accountability and the prevention of domestic violence. You know, every family's journey is different, and every survivor has the right to make the decisions that are best for them. This isn't about telling anybody what they should do. It's about remembering that while one leaked video became the headline around the world, it wasn't the end of the story. So, what y'all think about that? If TMZ would have never leaked that video, do y'all think that Ray Rice's career would have kept going after that 2-game suspension?
They took his word for it. The NFL did. So had they not leaked it, he probably would have still been in. But eventually, that video will surface, just like they did Diddy. Yeah.
Why do you think the NFL didn't want the video?
Because he was just won the Super Bowl, and he was about to be the face of the league.
So he was valuable to the league.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever leak Dana White's video?
You'll
have to look that up throughout the show, right? I wondered
you talking about that's the UFC dude, right?
Yeah, when he had slapped his wife, I think it was at dinner or at some outing.
Somebody had to leak it.
What's that?
I say somebody had to leak it because we know about it.
I think the biggest thing that impacts leaked information is us, the consumer. Because a lot of times, the person who makes the ultimate decision already knows what they truly want to do, right? Roger Goodell knew what he wanted to do. Like he wanted to suspend him for 2 games and bring him back into the season. We'll figure it out, right? Because like he's not the he's not the only one, right? Who was the other gentleman from the Kansas City Chiefs? But they let him come back. He did the same thing. What was his name? The running back.
Oh, Hunt.
Hunt had the same video. They were in the middle of the street, if I'm not mistaken, or at a hotel or something. So, and he got was he at a hotel, Plug?
She called him something. It was in a bar.
Yeah, the bar.
Like he slapped her face bounced off the table.
Yeah. And then we forget about the college football running back. I think he's still in the league, if I'm not mistaken, who punched the girl when he was out at the bar. I think he went to Texas State.
Dang, what was
I
his
think
name?
that was Joe Mixon. I think that was Joe.
Yeah, you're right. I think you
Joe
Mixon,
Mixon.
right? Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Yeah, yeah. She called him out his name, and he.
So let's answer. Let's try to answer this question then.
Mm-hmm.
2014,
Mm-hmm.
somebody lost their whole career.
Mm-hmm.
2020, if somebody can look up the year, 2022, 23, you got Kareem Hunt, you got Joe Mixon. Like, what change did the NFL start accepting DV?
I think after Tucker, that kicker from New York. That kicker from New York that was beating the
But he was doing it for years. He was doing it for years.
Joe did that in 14 as well.
So so think about this. Joe did his
before he got drafted.
Even before he got drafted, and they still took him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about Kareem Hunt?
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I wanted to have the conversation tonight, because we are who pushed the narrative. Like we could, and when I say we, just the masses of anyone, the consumer of a product or entertainment, can predict or create whatever they want. Like, if you want someone to stay, you can get them to stay. If you want them gone, you can get them gone.
You're gone. Yeah. The popular opinion we just talking about.
Kareem Hunt was 2018.
So Kareem Hunt was 4 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So just a list of names, and I seen Classic say, he said, yeah, they showed Dana White, even though he owns his own stuff. So I mean, he would have to fire himself. But
he but they let Kareem go. The Kansas City Chiefs did, and then what's the name picked him up, and then Cleveland picked him up. Then after he redeemed himself, then they brought him back.
Yeah.
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, man. It's just crazy, man. Like all the leak information, but this
Dana White happened in 22. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2022 was Dana White. So it's crazy, man. Just to say, between an 8-year span, somehow we changed our standard, and nobody was streaming race for Ray Rice.
Mm-mm.
Like that's why I said, like, when you think about this leak information and you think about the way we think about the world, it's like we fight things very one-sided depending on how emotionally invested we are in it. Like, you had multiple events happen in the same year, and one person got the ultimate demise and everybody else got a second chance.
Yeah.
Like, we have to start questioning those things too. Like, why did this person have to pay the ultimate price? He took full accountability. I want to say he went on the Oprah show and everything. Like, he did a whole, he was in the public eye more after the incident than he was winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep. Him and his wife did an interview with Gayle King too. So.
Yeah. So you think about that, like, he paid the ultimate price on February the 15th, day after Valentine's Day. Y'all women be acting a fool because you didn't get what you wanted. And then the same year, somebody did the same thing. Then you had all these situations, but one person paid the ultimate price.
Mm-hmm.
Precedence. Why didn't Ray Rice set precedent? In the NFL's decision otherwise. Well, I know that Mixon, he came to the NFL after the fact, but why didn't they? What made Ray Rice so different? I remember the incident when, I'm a Baltimore fan. I remember when it happened.
They just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You think that's the reason why? Do you think that if they hadn't had won the Super Bowl and been in the limelight from that, then
He would have been in the league.
dang.
Once, so this is something a lot of people don't understand. Once you become successful, however they might look in a system, because the NFL is a system as well. Once you come successful in those realm of things, the way you move is everything. You're no longer. We just did it on we did it on here, I think, with the dude that played for the Chicago Bulls who took the shot at the nobody talked about him. He lost his whole career. Yeah, he lost his whole career because he was dressed in his Muslim gear and showing out how he felt in his religious practice, and he lost it all. But nobody cared about him when he was just playing ball before they won a championship. Like once you win, once you become a part of what they call the top tier, everything you do at that point is going to be scrutinized.
Yeah, under a microscope.
Microscope, yep.
Yeah. But great one, man. You pulled this out. When I seen it, I said, man, Rain pulled. I like that one. You pulled that one out. I like that, Rain. I like that.
We're gonna do some of the comments before we transition, or
yeah, I will transition there. I'll let you do the comments.
okay. All right, y'all. That was On the Radar with Rain. So one leaked video became the headline of the world, but it wasn't the end of the story. Sometimes headlines tell us what happened next, but only time tells us what happened. I'm Rain, and that's what's on the radar.
Sovereign God, Alabama grace all in the spirit. Yeah. Georgia roots in the soul every time you hear it. Yeah.
Tom said, every time I hear Georgia, shout out to Statesboro for the first time I ever seen children getting paddled in school. And everybody saying, yes, ma'am, no, sir. Miles said the problem with leaks is they affect jury selection if it goes to trial. Because they be wanting people who don't have no interest in the situation, or they want people unbiased, people who don't know anything about the case, and that's kind of hard whenever it's blasted all over the internet and everywhere else, all over the universe. Two Tight said, when you successful and put in a high position, you cannot afford to step wrong or F up. You are held to a different standard.
Big facts.
Donald Campbell, welcome in. He said, yes, sir. Liberals deranged. Stop trying to be something you're not. Time says, so that could be leaked. So that it could be leaked.
Yeah.
Penny said that video is still crazy every time I see it, but we in a world of digital forever. It would have came out sooner or later.
Yeah.
Miles said, you mean billionaire owner?
For real.
Classic said, Dana video definitely got leaked. He was slapping the cream out of her. Dang. Tom said, no, I guarantee you, if that was any other white player like Aaron Rodgers, Vincent Mann that owns WWE, I believe it has something to do with race.
Yeah.
Penny said NFL didn't want the leak because it's bad advertisement for their product or asset.
Thanks.
Time said so was good one with the Dana White. Miles said Mixon. Time said, I believe it was Tiger Woods they would delete it, but there are some white people I do believe they are not going to leak it because I believe their handlers are going to get a hold of it first. Angie said, justice for Nolan. Miles said, Pac-Man Jones, long list. Muriel said, the money they make affects all of their choices. Tom said, Ben Roethlisberger, Jameis Winston, Deshaun Watson. He said, Greg Hardy, I believe he played with the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, get off my boys. Get off my boys.
Tom said Ezekiel Elliott had a situation too. He's got the whole list in here, don't he?
Get out, yeah, snitching. Tom leaking information.
Penny said, let's be honest though, these players don't understand they are held to a different standard in the public based on the privilege of how much they make. I think they understand it. They just still choose not to hold themselves to a different standard. When you cease to be a money maker, you are expendable.
Mm.
Kenny said he was different because he wasn't him.
It was at that time.
Time said big facts. Penny said that, but that top tier gets more extra lives than above average.
That's very true. That's very true, man. We appreciate y'all in the chat, man. But y'all know what time it is. It's time for the real spill with Plug.
Real spill for tonight is discernment. The definition of discernment is the ability to recognize the difference between what merely looks good and what is actually right, true, or beneficial. It's wisdom applied in real time. Everybody wants better outcomes, but not everybody develops better discernment. Life doesn't just test your strength, it tests your judgment. Every opportunity ain't for you. Every relationship ain't meant to last. Every dollar ain't good money. Every opinion doesn't deserve your attention. Discernment is what separates reaction from wisdom. It helps you know when to speak and when to stay silent, when to hold on and when to walk away. The people who consistently make good decisions aren't lucky. They've learned to see beyond the surface. I'm Uncle Plug. This is Real Spill. Choose wisely. Back to court.
Man, that was the real spill with Uncle Plug. Discernment was the word of the day. I think that's a heavy word. I think discernment goes very well with what we have going on today. But we're going to talk about sometimes our discernment is off when we talk about race and emotions. So here goes segment number 2.
You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls, soft rain. Uncle Plug, let's go. No middleman.
So, segment number 2, the truth leaked about Colin Kaepernick. For those who do know, this kind of ties in with the show today. We started off initially with the death threats calls from the Nolan Wells case, but we also know Colin Kaepernick was also one of the donors who provided the money for the independent autopsy. I know a lot of y'all might not look deep into things, but if you just watched Ben Crump at the National Urban League, he did not mention Colin Kaepernick anymore. His name has not been brought up anymore. Who knows? Could just be me with a conspiracy theory. But with that being said, my Sean is going to tell us a little bit more about Colin Kaepernick.
Up over 50 times. He did a bunch of times in jail, got shot, all types of shit. Nobody talks about that. They just call him in. You don't realize all the shit he sacrificed. The average nigga never sacrificed.
Like Muhammad Ali, that's what I respect.
Nobody understands that. And I'm just like, damn, you sit there and call a nigga a sellout that you didn't do 1% of what he did.
That's
for
right.
our people.
So let me ask you, with that being said, how you feel about the Kaepernick slander that they give Jay with dealing with the NFL? Because to me, let me just tell you, my point of view and my perspective, not like I spoke
this might go viral.
Not like I spoke to Jay. I didn't hear this from Jay. We don't talk about this. These are not his words. So don't think that. This is my opinion.
Yep.
If your choice is I'm going to make this movement and that choice costs you your job, right? And then an artist that you don't know, didn't grow up with, don't own you, no allegiance, nothing, come and take a deal with the NFL, however it went down, I don't know, I'm not in the meetings. But to change the halftime, the narrative of black culture, whatever they was pushing their agenda, you know what it was, probably more than me. But my thing is, if your teammates didn't follow you, why should Jay have to follow you? Why is he wrong? They continued to play and still play to this day. But because Jay do a halftime show, he's wrong.
So let me give you my perspective from the inside.
Okay.
Right. So that your perspective is a perspective. I don't know if I would exactly agree with that to the fullest extent, but I'm giving you from the inside, right? So when the whole Kaepernick thing first started, my organization was one of the first organizations to protest with Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went to NFL, had a big protest outside the NFL downtown.
The headquarters.
We was at the headquarters. Like, we spearheaded all of that. We was on emails with Kaepernick. Like, I was frontline. I'm with Cap t-shirts.
I remember all that.
Boycotting the NFL. Like, I was to the point where there was a time, like when they was doing the Super Bowl and the battle rappers, these is my niggas. They did a commercial for the NFL. Like, they always battle rapping and they all this shit. And these are my niggas. And I went online, it's like, yo, that niggas really selling us out. We boycott the NFL. And yet they really paid y'all to do this. And K-Shine, who was my man, me and him almost got into a situation in a club. We in a strip club and he walked up to me like, yo, you attacking her? And we face to face. I'm like, my nigga, this is what we doing. And he's like, nah, but we don't know nothing about that. I'm a nigga from the hood just trying. And I said, I have to respect that. And I love you. And we had both our teams together. We had to say, nah, this shit ain't like that. This is my brother. But it caused tension. So I was really in this shit for real.
That's right.
So we going back and forth and we trying to boycott this and that. I see Jay come in. He got the Kaepernick jersey. He front and center with it. One day, Kaepernick stopped answering niggas' phone calls. We on the line, like we planned the next action. We on the email. They like, yo, Kaepernick is not answering nobody's emails anymore. He done left the group chats.
Damn.
And niggas is like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of this.
This is what I'm saying. This I'm telling you this for a fact. I know this for a fact. So I'm like, what you mean he left it? Like, we don't know. And this happened for weeks. Like, you can ask top activists. A lot of them don't say nothing, but a lot of them know this shit happened.
Damn.
So I'm like, what you mean he left the group chat? They like, nah, they like, he just went silent on us. And then next thing you know, we seen Kaepernick has a settlement. He got a settlement. They say he signed the NDA. And I'm like, he didn't tell us. He didn't. So you saying that we did all of this shit? That niggas sacrificed and beefing with other niggas and we doing all this shit. And the nigga we sacrificed for just disappeared from the movement and didn't even notify us to say, yo, look, I'm gonna take this. Because you got the right to take the settlement.
That's right.
Nigga, this is your job. Like everybody saying, yo, he took a settlement. And he should have took a settlement because they owed him his money.
That's right.
But he owed us, the people that sacrificed with him, the right and just the heads up to say, this is what we doing. This shit is, because we can't for a movement for you without you.
No, hell no. I can't fight.
Nigga,
I can't fight for you.
If you can't say no, you not saying you can't, even if you don't want to say no, whatever it is, we can't fight.
That's right.
You the face of this shit. Because we need to be able to be at the press conference with you saying we got Kaepernick here and we standing with him and the NFL need to do him right.
That's right.
So now we don't even got the evidence that you got that they said that they colluded and did this shit. You can't even present that to the public no more. You can't even expose the NFL for the shit they did wrong. So how can we help you? And you left us in the fucking trenches with nothing. So now I'm saying to I swear to God, I'm like, y'all serious? Like this happened? Ask Charlamagne to tell you. It's niggas will tell you that this literally happened. And I was so confused. So
no, Charlamagne won't tell you. That's why he haven't told us.
So when Jay did, I'm like, well, niggas got to figure out how do we salvage some of this shit to where we just ain't left in the trenches with nothing.
Exactly.
Because if you put your face and your capital, your celebrity capital on the line to stand with a nigga and he just
disappear
into thin air,
you got to make a move.
How am I mad at him for saying, okay, fuck that, we gonna get something out of this?
That's right.
Black people gonna get something out of this because we didn't do all of this, all this way for him to just take a settlement and we didn't get nothing like that because I didn't think that's what it was about. And even if that was about, tell us that's what it's about,
fact.
So we can fall back.
And
you
now,
understand what I'm saying? And that's for me. And it's like, and I knew this for years, and I keep hearing niggas say this. I'm like, yo, niggas, Kaepernick left us in the trenches, bro.
I'm glad you
this was he was the general of the army and left the fucking army in the trenches
on the front line.
And I dare nigga to tell me I'm lying. This is on my kids. I dare nigga to tell me I'm lying, and that shit hurt me because I'm a cat, and I still love what he does to this day, bro. He got the I know your rights, and I'm not saying anything against what he sacrificed. Even he just paid for the young boys' autopsy, all these things. I love what he does. But I just don't like this narrative that niggas did dirty by him when he literally left. And if that's what you wanted to do, I'm just saying I would have never did that.
That's right.
I just would have never left niggas that followed me and was willing to sacrifice for me because you sacrificed.
That's right, 100%.
So if I sacrifice, if I see you sacrifice it and I decide that I'm gonna sacrifice with you, I'm gonna at least say, yo, look, yo, we're gonna take the settlement. I'm not gonna be able to say nothing.
Give you the heads up.
Give me a heads up, nigga. To this day, there's never been a conversation, and he act like he mad with everybody else. And I'm so confused with that shit, bro.
So there you have it, man. My son was on Memphis Bleak's podcast, and he leaked some truth about Colin Kaepernick. And how you guys feel about this? Because I have questions, but I'll let you guys go.
I'm pretty sure with some NDAs in that when he signed with the NFL. Because
Yeah,
I
he said
remember
he
when it
said
first
that. He
came out,
said that.
he couldn't even disclose what the amount was that he got. And I know he got 13 million from Nike for that commercial. So just the 13 million probably get him to hush the up, you know what I mean, out the gate. So with that being said, when that bread get involved, that hungry, horny, and broke, I'm telling you every time, and I figured that out a long time.
But let me give you a better way to think about it, Plug. Could this also been someone, right? Because Marshawn almost double talked, but it was kind of weird. Like he exposed him, but then he also said he still appreciates what he does, right? So
because he understood.
Yes, so that almost sounds like Kaepernick played within the system to fulfill his bigger vision.
That bread.
Okay.
I'll say that bread so he can sit now him sitting in the shadows. This is the first thing that, I mean, with the Nolan Wells case, this is the first thing I've seen he's done, you know, a humanitarian mission.
They say his rights first or whatever he said paid for a lot of different independent autopsies from a lot of African Americans. I don't know if Rain could find the list of how many he has done, but there's supposed to have been a list of people.
And actually, he was just honored with the new Ralph Ellison Award for Defenders of Civil Rights and Liberty this month, recognizing him for his decade of activism. Let me see. It's called the Know Your Rights Camp. I'll look it up to see which what all they've done.
So so that just, but at the same time, like what Buddy was saying, like, does that erase what he did right there?
But that depends. That depends on you guys. That's what I'm. Man, we having a conversation. Perfect. Like that's what those are the questions I have. Right. Like when we have these discussions and we talk about things, does one not outweigh the other? If a person showed you who they truly are, would they not show you again just because they're doing good deeds on the back end? How can you really trust to take money from someone who say they support a cause but also would step away from a cause?
Yeah, which is his own cause.
So when
because he can't do one without the other.
Yes. So when you start,
but it was just a conversation though. But it was a conversation. But could you have that conversation? Because you know everybody that you're talking to is there for you.
Yes. So we talk about this all the time, right? Like people, Colin Kaepernick probably felt uncomfortable to have the conversation because maybe he doesn't want to get called Uncle Tom, or you're not black enough, or you're not, because we all seen this documentary, right? Or the movie they try to put out of him that kind of depicts his life. And I think that's what you see a lot of. I think, and this is what I'm starting to like recognize even for myself, is that in life, you have to know what your strengths and weaknesses are. Some people are going to be a brains of an operation. Some people are going to be the muscle of the operation. You got to pick which one you are. In my opinion, Kaepernick was the brains of the operation. He didn't have the brunt force to go out there. He wasn't going to be like a Marshawn who's standing up for the cause, who's going to be doing all those things. That was never in him. But he did want to support the things that he believed in. But his support looks like monetary support. Monetary support, and also his name behind the monetary support. And I think we have to get to a place that we are okay with people playing the role that they're good at. Instead of judging them for not being like you, why not just applaud them for still being a part of the solution? Regardless that it might not look like you want it to look like, sound like you want it to sound like, but at the end of the day, they're still part of the solution.
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, he's still part of the solution. He's still helping out families that couldn't afford to get these things done. He's still part of the solution at the end of the day. So shouldn't that be the main focus and not how you feel about a person because they don't talk like you, they don't feel the way you do, or they play the game a little bit different than you do. Like, so what you was
So
gonna
yeah. So the Know Your Rights camp, they pay for second autopsies for family dealing with in custody or suspicious deaths. It completed back in 2024. It completed 32. They have done over 435,000 worth of autopsy services, and it's completed almost 100 second. Okay, yeah, almost 100 by the end of 24. They give free legal representation for people arrested while protesting police violence or other perceived injustices. They've given over $100 million for COVID-19 relief. They do youth camps and educational programming, like for legal rights and civic engagement, Black history, financial literacy, all that good stuff. They helped more than 4,100 young people throughout 2024, including more than 900 in Detroit and Philadelphia camps in 24. They do school supplies, clothes, and youth giveaways, back to school services, books opposing censorship, food assistance, assistance for migrants and asylum seekers, transportation to voting locations, cars and fuel for community organizers, um, mobile app, podcasts, and legal information sources. Tons of things that that organization does.
Yeah.
And supports. So.
And so tonight we're talking about like leaked information, right? Nobody knew about this until he just spoke about it, right? He even said you can ask people like Charlemagne. Well, Charlemagne wasn't gonna tell nobody. so this leak information now could create an unpopular narrative, right? Because now you're going to have two sides. You're going to have people like us who are just having a cordial conversation, seeing both sides of it. The chat is seeing both sides of it. But you're also going to now have a divided group who will look at him totally different, even though he's still supporting the vision and the cause. And then, like you was about to say something, Plug, my bad. Oh, you muted, or your mic not connected. There you go.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Loud.
There you go. You good. You good.
Yeah. So what I was finna say is because he probably understood. That's why, because he probably understood Charlemagne didn't say anything because he understood the things that he was doing behind the scenes. And he probably understands what comes with that. My son probably ain't been on that level to what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know an NDA came with, they already had said that. They already said that when he got that money from the NFL for the collusion, that he couldn't speak on to disclose the amount. So after that, he was hush mouth. There was nothing he could say. So
did my Shine feel like they were owed that? Am I allowed to?
I think he was owed the conversation. I think he felt like he was owed the conversation to tell everybody why he left. You know, it's probably something that he just couldn't do. That was something that he not couldn't do as able to do it, but probably just couldn't bring himself to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing everybody rally around you.
Yeah, and then you got to fade to the black like Homer in the bushes.
But Brent, go ahead, Rain.
No, go ahead.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get the point of Colin like disappearing behind the scenes, and I understand where my Shine is coming from, saying, "Hey, you just kind of left, and we providing all this. We're standing behind you," type deal. So I guess my question is, because I'm trying just to gain understanding, as do we owe people explanations as grown people why we move the way we do?
Good question, right? I think I think it depends how tough your skin is. And obviously Colin Kaepernick believes in what he's doing is more important than trying to defend off those who don't believe like you or don't see things from your like that's a form of maturity over time. It's like if somebody's going to have a narrative, you're not going to change their narrative about you. Like it's nothing you can do. That's how they feel about you. That's how they think about you. It's okay. You have to know in your heart, what are you doing? What are you doing to make people's lives better? You know, what are you, who are you donating to? What causes are you doing? I'm sure Plug about to get busy with possibly giving out more free haircuts and things of that nature for people back to school, more like, but he doesn't talk about it every day. He ain't posting it on his social media all day. Like that's not something he has to speak about. So people could challenge him in his beliefs, but he knows, I know what I'm doing for the community.
Has social media made it for the masses? Like, I'll say this, Prince, he was a humanitarian, right? I can't say the word.
Philanthropy, yeah.
There you go, right there. And
Philanthropist.
nobody knew that until after he passed. Nobody knew what he poured into until after he passed. So as grown folk, is it my responsibility, the narrative that you see of me, or is it your responsibility, the narrative you see of me?
Say that last part one more time.
Is it my responsibility, the narrative that you see of me, or is it your responsibility? The picture is painted. Because if I choose not to disclose what I do privately for others, then that's my business. And the way you perceive me is really your opinion. That's your problem. I don't see it as my problem.
That's
so,
Yeah.
If you want to see me that way, then you see me as that way. As long as I'm satisfied with me, within myself, and what I'm doing for others, or what I don't do for others, or what I do for the life that I'm living, as long as I'm satisfied, the way you perceive me, that's your business. That's your thought.
True. I agree. I would love to hear. I haven't seen any like other people speak on it from the other opposite end yet. Because I would see, because like my Sean said, it's a whole channel dedicated to people who like literally bash him. I haven't seen any of it yet, but I'm sure if it is true, it'll come across the algorithm at some point. Now that I've played this video. But yeah, man, great segment number 2, man. The truth that leaked about Kaepernick. I'm gonna let you get to these comments, Rain.
Time says, "Souls, my pops. What is a Raiders fan? My favorite uncle, my pop's nemesis, his brother is a Dallas Cowboy fan. They used to go at it below the blows for blows. It got nasty. No more snitching on your Cowboy." Penny said, "The real question is the movement about him. Is the real question is the movement about him or the cause for it all?" Penny said, "Got to have a motive behind one man." He said he sound dumb leaking his truth.
Yeah.
Miles said, "There are levels to society. Loyalty is for sale." Sale, my bad. Yeah. Tom said, "Kaepernick used my shine, and I hope he didn't think he was getting a cut from the money, because Kaepernick sure wasn't giving nobody no bread, and he proved that by using them nasty words." Brandon says, "Stand up like a man."
Shout out, Brandon. Welcome in, man.
Penny said, "How you be uncomfortable as an activist, though?"
Penny, because sometimes society makes you an activist. Society will put labels on you because because that's kind of what you're hearing from Marshawn, right? He felt that I did this for you. I stood up for you. I rode next to you. I wore shirts with you. I did all these things with you, arm to arm. I was in a club. I almost had a fight about you. And you did this to me. Most activists who are celebrities become that because we, as the common man or woman, puts that label on them. And then they feel like they have to ride it out. Because if y'all notice, Charlemagne slowly moved back from that. Charlemagne, when he came out with his book, The Black Privilege, which is a great book. If you get a chance to read it, it was his first book he published. He was all on that pro-black thing, right? He was heavy on it. Y'all all seen it. He started these different networks. He was putting people on certain pedestals, and then all of a sudden, when his white comedian friend that he did that Brilliant Idiots podcast with started to make him think differently, he started to push back from that. Then he started to write a book about anxiety called The Shook One, which again is another great book. But you can see this. A lot of times I think we give people the activist label just because we feel like they have the voice. I would say I was guilty of doing it to LeBron James earlier in his career. I think we do it a lot more, not even on purpose. We just feel like, man, they got all this money, they got all this power. Why can't they? Like we start putting all these why can'ts on them, and he just want to play basketball. So,
Classic said, I don't even see nothing wrong with Cap. He sent some bread. Appreciate it, G. Penny said, so you said it playing a role. Classic said the subs are woofing chat.
you were talking about your thing was
Oh, my bad. Brandy said a man shouldn't have to avoid a conversation. Penny said, welcome in, Brandy.
How you feel about that, Plug?
What
we need some of your wisdom here. How do you feel about that comment? A man shouldn't have to avoid a conversation.
It depends on what that conversation is. Great. Because sometimes black privilege. Yeah. It depends on what that conversation is. Some conversations are meant to be had, some are not. Some just be like, hey, because you ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Because if you do have that conversation, it might go to the next level. And sometimes you just don't. It don't even have to go there. You just let it be sometimes. The old me is gonna have every conversation. The old me gonna be in it. Hey, every time something go down, it's a conversation. The grown me, mature me is, I know when to be quiet. I know exactly when to be quiet and just leave that be. And it's not me avoiding a conversation. It might be avoiding that conflict from the result of that conversation.
Penny said, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Definitely, it's free, y'all. No charge. Penny said, pick and choose principles or money.
Can you have both, Penny?
Brandon said, leaving them dry makes you look worse. They couldn't do nothing about his choice.
Yeah, now that conversation, now you could at least told them that I'm dipping. You know what I'm saying? Or they got me on the NDA, guys. I can't speak on nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll get back with y'all another time, but right now I got to go.
Can I ask you a question, Plug?
What that?
Is it ever our responsibility to do our due diligence before we start to run with a certain thing? You see what I mean? Should we just jump on everything because they say they supporting something, or should we take time to
investigate? God bless you.
Thank you.
And investigate.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah, like, do you think that's more of a personal thing too? A personal accountability?
You took your picture down, your video down, but you still got your mic on.
I muted it. I got you. No home training.
Wait, ask the question again, please.
I couldn't click fast enough, y'all.
Dang, she threw us off, but I forgot what I just asked you. I said, shouldn't we be responsible for our own self accountability to be aware of the things that we're saying that we're going to support?
That's a yes and no question.
Okay.
Because sometimes emotionally things hit you so hard that you just have to You just, you know what I mean? Just go for it. But in some cases, you do need to do your due diligence. You got to do your investigating before, you jump off the deep end so you won't look crazy. You know what I mean? Because it might be something a little deeper, and you might be just scratching at the surface.
Yeah.
Miles said, laugh out loud, the Homer fade is classic. Classic said, why are adults policing other adults' philanthropy? It's weird.
1,000.
Brandon said, I'm a woman and I wouldn't have left nobody on the front line fighting for me.
I can agree with her. I can agree with her. He could have said something. You just don't leave, you know what I'm saying, the group like that. You got so many people that's there actually for you. That's just like everybody show up for your birthday party. And you was like, man, I had to boo-boo. and I don't boo-boo in public restrooms. So I went all the way to the house. And when I got there, you know what I'm saying, I just laid down. I ain't even want to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Penny said it sounds more like he had a price tag and got bought and sold.
Yeah.
Penny said because he's not on the field. Maddie said, I always had an issue with people being concerned about what others are doing. To truly be giving you move in the dark, only people that are looking for fame put their donations and good deeds on. Maddie said social media and have to tell everyone what they're doing. Brandon said, no, my shine only said, just let him know so he can fall back. Penny said, if society makes you an activist, you impressionable and the public's guilt. Glitch.
I disagree. I see how you can hear it that way. I just said I think a lot of people put the activist title on people. Doesn't mean that they're impressionable. Sometimes people are just good people doing good deeds for the movements and the people they support, and then we put them in that bucket. You know what I mean? Like technically, think about if you took all the awards away from Kaepernick, you don't have to call him an activist. You could just say he's someone who supports families in need.
That's active.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, it's just different degrees of activism.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Class said, no, that was what I meant. He said, Cap doesn't owe that man closure. He'll be okay. Miles said, it ain't Cap's my fault. My shine didn't understand NDA. Class said, that's wisdom. Can you quote? Penny said, in today's environment, principles and money oppose each other. Time said, God bless you, Queen. Thank you. I'm sorry. Time said, Rain just did something my big mama would have done. She sneezed out loud. I almost thought she said, thank you for the sneeze. That's why you gotta love you some Rain. It's okay. I was trying to hit mute and hit the camera at the same time, y'all. It came too quick. Penny said he didn't have to ride the narrative, though. He could have just been a good person. Yeah.
Good conversation, man. Good conversation.
It was like this before that bread came. Hey, it was gun ho for that bread. I'm telling you, that bread, boy, that money changed fast, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy, that money changed, boy. I'm telling you, I don't care what situation it is, boy. I'm telling you, you want a pack of ramen noodles, man. I eat whatever right now. As soon as that direct deposit hit, boy, now you want steak. You know what I'm saying? You had steak out. I want a ribeye. Man, the hell with them noodles. Left them noodles on the stove just soaking and stinking.
Yeah. So we're about to move into segment number 3, guys. When we go into segment number 3, due to copyright purposes, we won't be able to play the actual Breakfast Club interview. So I improvise. So we will put a video up on the stream. So here goes segment number 3.
Yeah. You're not rocking with the realest podcast in the room. No middleman. Souls. Soft rain, Uncle Plug, let's go. No middleman.
Black country singers won't work with and treat their own more fucked up than white country artists trying to understand our culture and all of that.
So you've reached out to black country singers to collab and they don't want to do it?
Oh, I have. It's only about 15 of us in the city that's really there.
Yeah.
He can get mad at me and say whatever, but Shabuzi. So when all of that happened and all of that, Shabuzi, this and that, I got it. You know, the Nigerian singing country, I get it. Okay, I got it. Okay, what's going on? So I did. I looked at my DM and I saw, and he was like, you know, you the gold, this and that. And now I'm cooking some turkey chops and pork chops. He like, you know, he cooked me some or whatever.
Damn, that's
give you a number. My A&R is calling saying you're looking for me, but when I text you, and I you know I'm not a feature girl. When I text you about a feature, you don't answer back. Bitch, I don't need no feature from you because once they find out you don't like black women, it's over for you anyway. Well, I probably supposed to say that. You could cut that. Well, but I just think that's just weird, and we do each other so bad. We do each other so bad.
I think it would be different too.
Black country singers won't work with and treat their own more fucked up than white country artists trying to understand our culture and all of that.
So you've reached out to black country singers to collab and they don't want to do it?
Oh, I have. It's only about 15 of us in the city that's really there.
Yeah.
He can get mad at me and say whatever, but Shabuzi. So when all of that happened and all of that, Shabuzi, this and that, I got it. You know, the Nigerian singing country, I get it. Okay, I got it. Okay, what's going on? So I did. I looked at my DM and I saw, and he was like, you know, you the gold, this and that. And now I'm cooking some turkey chops and pork chops. He like, you know, he cooked me some or whatever.
Damn, that's
give you a number. My A&R is calling saying you're looking for me, but when I text you, and I you know I'm not a feature girl. When I text you about a feature, you don't answer back.
K. Michelle went on the Breakfast Club throwing daggers at Shabuzi. She leaked the information that I guess she felt it was important for people to know that Shabuzi doesn't like black women. And she felt like that was one of the reasons why he wouldn't collab with her. So this is another case of leak information and someone running with a narrative. What is your guys' thought on K. Michelle in the country space speaking on Shabuzi, who is another black country artist? So how do you guys feel about this situation here?
I think K. Michelle over exaggerated her success as a country artist. I think because Shabuzi seen this, you know, quick rise with, you know, him being black and on the country in the country genre. I think that's what Kate Michelle wanted her success to look like, and it's not like that. And I think she has a little bit of bitterness in her. So anything that she could do to tarnish or throw people off, you know, in his direction that way, then she's gonna do it.
What you think about her comments, Blood?
I didn't know either one of them was big stars in the country space at all. I mean, when Shabuzi came out at the Met Gala, it was over for me. You know, he had that little fit on. It's like, And the first song you came out with was that. I was like, you redid that song? Double shot of whiskey. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. I was like, I ain't even like the original version. You go countrify? You go countrify? K1. K1 or something. He's from St. Louis.
Yeah, everybody at the bar.
Getting tipsy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I ain't. Excuse me. I ain't like it anyway. You know, but her throwing daggers at him. Man, I don't know how to even say it, because I mean, if you reached out to her and now she reaching back out to you and you kind of ducking her, I don't know what the play is. But her putting his business out in the street by he don't like black women. I ain't think he liked women altogether. I thought he liked dudes. But see, that's a leak. There's a leak right there. I thought he liked dudes. You know what I mean? I ain't know he was Nigerian. I just found I'm learning a lot. That was a lot of information that, in that one little clip. I ain't even know he was Nigerian. I ain't know he was big into space like that. I didn't know. I ain't know neither one of them was big in the country space. I ain't really. Can you tell me a recent K Michelle song? Anybody leak that? Can you leak that? Because I don't know nothing. Rain, do you know? I know you stand with all the black women.
So when K Michelle first got on the scene and she was sitting on the piano, I liked her music. I've seen her several times at concert.
You did?
But yeah, when they come to town and do these like Mother's Day R&B things, and her, K Michelle, SWV, all of them, all the women, Kiki Wyatt, Tasia, all of them come together.
She got a lot of songs that you know.
Yeah, and from her like unreleased album, I know a lot of her songs. Some people probably don't even know. Yeah.
Plug. Don't take no offense to this, Rain, but plug.
Never that.
Broken people, no broken people.
Dang,
Your music.
I don't know
the music that people retain is because they go through it themselves.
I mean, I ain't know.
Not saying you broke it, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, identified. I never knew. I don't know no but
to me, she has some bangers.
What name one?
Where they do that at?
How they go? Never heard of it. How they go?
I'm not gonna sing.
You gotta say, just give us a little verse, like words. Right.
Okay, let me put a beat to that. We don't sell no arms.
Right.
It's like that whole unreleased album that you can't find nowhere now. Anyway,
that whole unreleased album.
I can sing it if I listen to it. Everything will come back. I got that over brain. That 19 brain. Huh?
I don't know.
Tiptoeing, coming in, laying on the low, knocking ish over, smelling like some random 304. It's past 4 and you just not getting home.
See?
What you don't know is I'm not alone. Call me Goldilocks because somebody's been in my bed, in my sheets, in my bed. How you love that? Yeah.
See that? See?
Yeah.
She didn't go to
That's all about a man. That's all about a man cheating.
Yeah.
She and then
birds of a feather flock together.
All right. Okay. Well, getting back to K Michelle and Kabuzi, I'm lost on both of them. You know what I mean? And but I found out a lot of information about Kabuzi. After that Met Gala situation, it was over for me, bro. I don't know now one of them, bro. But if we talking about the overall arching question of who? you know, the leaking of the information, that's powerful because she was on the Breakfast Club. So like everybody know that he don't like black women. He a Nigerian, you know what I mean? And what else? He like to wear whole clothes, I guess.
and what stood out to me because we're talking about leaked information tonight, what stood out to me was K. Michelle used her own characterization of Shabuzi to dictate his motives. A lot of times when we get leaked information, we create our own characterization to make something meet how we feel or how we think about something. We'll take something and create our own form of it. We'll take a clip and take the whole, whatever we want to take from it. And she took the characterization of his motive, saying, once they found out he don't like black women, that was her claim to confirm about Shabuzi. Like, it's almost like she built up how black he was just to tear down that she felt like he wasn't black enough to be on her music, on her songs, on her. And it's almost like we build this characterization to develop a motive to be against someone. And I think a lot of leaked information without full clarification becomes just that. That's why I always tell people, like, I'm big about the full story, getting all the information. It might sound good for you to run up the clicks and likes. That sounds good. But at the end of the day, do we have X, Y, and Z? If we don't, you're just pushing another narrative at that point.
Right. But then what if Kabuzi was actually like cooking up something? What if he was cooking up something like, man, I was cooking up the perfect song for me and you to go back out here and do what we need to do and give these guys some of this black country music, and I had the perfect song. I don't know. Maybe it could be, but now since I don't like black women.
Well, supposedly he's dated Emily. She's a white model and actress. SZA, but supposedly they were only friends and never had dated. And Sierra Miller, who is a biracial model and reality TV personality. So that's her. So that turns out to be K. Michelle's personal opinion. Pretty much, he keeps his relationships private though.
Okay.
Yeah, especially the men, you better not do that. I don't think they accept you in the country space being a homosexual. See that leak, bro? Somebody gonna run with that narrative, bro. They gonna be like, man, Uncle Plug said.
It'll be on the clip. It'll be on the clip.
Like Uncle Plug said Caboose.
It's a caboose. Caboose is a caboose.
His full name is Collins Obina Shabuzi. Shabuzi. That's his last name.
What? I'm messing the man's whole name up. Caboose.
Time said, but I believe him and his wife are really activists. They talk about being activists. I believe I could be mistaken. Talking about Colin.
Yeah.
Penny said, money will tell you who you really are. Time said, is that K. Michelle? It is. Penny says, crabs in the barrel. Liberals and deranged. Carmelo Anthony's parents are living large. Maddie said, how did she get he doesn't like black women because he didn't want to collab with her? That's crazy work. But he never said that he didn't want to collab. He just never followed through, right?
That's why I was stating at the end that it was a characterization motive.
Yeah.
Like she took something and created her own narrative and just leaked it. Like, I don't even care if it's Shabuzi. Like she just whatever keeps her moving in the algorithm.
Start a mess in here.
She always been shaking the table. K. Michelle said, Tom said K. Michelle is always throwing daggers. That's the problem. She's always throwing daggers and she's always a victim. I agree, Tom. Penny said we have to start weighing the individual good versus the good of the culture before we speak.
Can you elaborate on that?
Wait.
We gotta let him elaborate first, though. I want him to elaborate. I think it's a good statement.
We have
What
to
that?
start weighing
Man,
the
hold on.
individual
Don't
good
she
versus
date a
the
white
good.
woman? Don't she date a white man?
I thought somebody was gonna catch it.
Man, don't she date a white man?
She said she liked white men when she was on Cam Newton's show.
Yeah, but she married a high school sweet or a high school friend or something like
That
that.
she let cheat. Remember?
Yeah. Did
Man, hold up, man.
But Penny, if you get an opportunity, can you elaborate on this for us? You said we have to start weighing the individual good versus the good of the culture before we speak.
Penny said regardless of the genre or space.
Was she trash?
Classic said wall. Meet K Michelle. K Michelle. Meet the wall. Miles said she's becoming the next Jaguar of life. I always tell no everybody else but herself, basically. Time said unplug. The first time I ever heard everybody was kung fu fighting. I thought that was a country song, and Kenny Rogers' lady found out that Lionel Richie wrote that song. Miles said, "Yikes." Penny said, "Rain, sang, girl." I got a little bit of tune, Too Tight said, "Souls, God, dog." Maddie said, "Rain, let that go." Too Tight said, "Yeah." Vontae Zentre, he said, "Can I come in the Zoom meeting?"
He said, "You coming to Zoom meeting?" He funny.
Too Tight said, "I never listened to K Michelle." Time said, "Rain, us singing that song with a lot of country attitude." I was just saying the lyrics. I had to couldn't make it in my head. Time said, "It's hard to find a Nigerian black man that don't like black women. That is definitely leaked information. Maybe that Nigerian guy did not want K Michelle."
There might be some tainted
She seems
money.
like she would be offended if nobody picks up her advances, even if it is business. Classic said, "I don't know, music is a different beast." Tom said, "Caboose, that's a great Nigerian name for a country singer." Penny said, "We always want to tear each other down when we denied access, when we didn't want to do the work, when we didn't do the work." Classic said, "People got 100 reasons why they don't want to collab. I rarely put other people on my songs, but I do features for others all the time."
That's why. Why they man? Cause they be flaking, don't they? They be flaking, don't it? You always accessible and they always be flaking.
Too Tight Plug be having me dying, man. Penny said, "I was just saying we need to choose and stand on whichever we pick, whether it be individual good or culture good. But we only move forward together, not apart."
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you, Penny.
Tom said, "K Michelle is very confused on how many genres of music she's going to go through. She has done jazz and has she done jazz and gospel yet? I don't think so." Penny said, I always seem to pick the individual over the good of the culture." Penny said, since she deflated, now she seems to trying to hold on to attention more. Yeah, she had to go through all that with her body too.
She had to get that booty off of her.
That is true, man.
She had that FAMU. She had that FAMU booty.
I said, "I don't get flaked on. I don't be asking. Not too many rappers going to make the song better. It's just collating to be collabing to just to be collabing."
Okay.
All right, man. So we're gonna move on to the final topic of the night. It's gonna be Souls Talk. I do want to give y'all a disclaimer. This might be hard to watch for some. I'm gonna close the show off on a different note. We are going to be talking about leaked information. A lot of you might remember this incident, but I do want to give a disclaimer that, hey, if this is something hard for you guys to watch, please do not watch. It kind of goes back to what Rain and Maddie were talking about on Sunday. It is an active shooter. So again, this is my disclaimer. We played the initial disclaimer at the beginning, but if this is something that you're not comfortable watching, please turn the channel now. So for the final question of the night and the final discussion coming from Souls Talk, it says the leak can sometimes be what they never wanted you to see. Again, the leak can sometimes be what they never wanted you to see. This was the active shooter that happened in Texas. I want to say it was Austin, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. With that being said, the cops' reports did not align with a lot of the incidents that happened when they started to discuss about this active shooter event. It was a lot of things that happened. It says Texas police gave the public one account of the shooting response, and a state lawmaker leaked the actual hallway surveillance footage to the Austin American statement before any official release, and it directly contradicted the official timeline. This one's especially strong. So just remember that this is footage that was released after the police tried to give their own account of their response to the active shooter. So sometimes leak information could be what people just never wanted you to see. So here we go.
Time can be cruel. The families in Uvalde know this better than anyone. Most have now watched the videos showing what happened inside Robb Elementary during the 77 minutes that forever changed their lives. At 11:28 a.m. on May 24th, 2022, surveillance footage captured a man crashing a truck into a ravine near the school.
Oh my God, they're running. I don't know why. Oh my God, he had to die.
Moments later, he ran towards the campus, firing his weapon. A teacher who was standing outside immediately realized something was wrong. She ran inside, shut the door that had been propped open with a rock, and called 911. The door she pulled shut should have locked automatically, but it didn't. At 11:30, teachers across the campus began locking down their classrooms as the gunman continued firing.
Apparently he's out there with a rifle, so they're with us.
At 11:33, the shooter slipped through that unlocked door, walked down the hallway, and entered classrooms 111 and 112, opening fire. As responding officers arrived, their body cameras captured the chaos.
Oh, shots fired! Get inside! Go, go, go!
Surveillance and body camera video showed officers reaching the hallway within 2 minutes. Investigators say during that time, the shooter fired more than 100 rounds with his AR-15 rifle.
Shots fired inside the building, man!
At 11:36, two groups of officers entered the school from different directions. According to investigators, Uvalde School District Officer Adrian Gonzalez was among the first to go inside, followed by District Police Chief Pete Arredondo. At 11:37, the gunman fired at officers as they approached the classrooms. Two officers were grazed by the bullets and retreated. None shot back, according to an after-action report conducted by the Justice Department. Instead of engaging an active shooter, as they are trained to do, investigators say officers treated the situation like a barricaded suspect.
He's inside this building. We have him contained.
Chief Arredondo didn't go in either. Investigators say he called for backup and waited. At least one officer was heard pushing to act.
We need to get these kids out of here.
More officers from DPS, Border Patrol, and other agencies arrived.
They're scared, man.
Yet still, no one confronted the shooter. Instead, they focused on finding keys to the classrooms. At 11:44, the gunman fired again. Officers still did not move in. At 12:03, a child called 911 from inside the classroom, pleading for help.
Please hurry. There's a lot of dead bodies.
According to the after-action report, officers knew children were still alive.
Shit.
Video shows officers standing just outside the classroom with ballistic shields capable of stopping rifle rounds. The shooter continued firing. But it wasn't until 12:50, after 77 agonizing minutes, that a Border Patrol tactical team made entry and killed the gunman. Inside, chaos erupted. So many officers crowded the hallways that paramedics struggled to reach the wounded. Outside, paramedics set up a triage area, trying to save whomever they could. Deputy Felix Rubio paced in desperation, searching for his daughter, Lexi. Lexi, what?
So there you have it. This was an active shooter that happened a couple years back in Austin, Texas. And this is leaked information that no one wanted to be released. So, what is your guys' thoughts? I know we've been talking about leak information from drama and creating a narrative, but some leak information is actually good information because some people will create a narrative that they want you to believe when that's not what actually happened.
So you mean to tell me y'all so brave when y'all run up on somebody who is unarmed, but when it's a mother armed, y'all scared to go on in there. So you can take one, but you ain't gonna save one. I'm talking about them specific officers right there. While them babies are in there. Ain't there one of y'all brave enough to go in there? Man, it's some. Well, man, I said this, man, and I'm not, pointing no finger at anyone specifically, but I said it. If you serve this country, you can't be no coward. And if you serve the community, you can't be no coward. You say you putting your life on the line every day. That's what you say now. You say you putting your life on the line every day now. You say you use and feel your life every day now. Now, when it's actually on the line, you did engage. I'm a soldier. I can say this. You didn't engage. While them babies are in there, this my first time seeing this, man. This my first time seeing this for real. And then now one of y'all engaged. Well, y'all were ducking and running. You were ducking and running now. Man, hold up, man. Man, hold on. Now, what the training at? Huh? Where you went to training? Where you went to camp at? Huh? Is it really real? I do believe y'all do be in fear for your lives. I do believe you be in fear for your life, because right there you showed me a lot of can't judge nobody, man, until you're in that situation for yourself now. But right there, I ain't see the home of the brave. That must just be in Atlanta. That didn't look brave to me, because them babies was in there. Did nobody want to go in there and see about them babies? Did nobody want to go see about them babies? We going to hell or jail, man. No, we trying to go home. I try to make it home. Cold-blooded, man. That hurt right there, boy. That hurt right there, boy. That hurt. And them babies was in there. What year this was, bro?
2022.
Whoo! Whoo! Don't pull me over, man. Just let me slide, man. If I run it, man, just let me run it. Just let me run it, man. Ooh. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all go ahead. This is too much for me. They could have kept that shit.
I'm gonna let you go, Rank. I'm gonna push back on Plug since he said for those cops. So I'm gonna give him stats. Go ahead.
So our babies weren't important enough to go in full force like you do on everybody else.
Huh.
That you do without thought, without thinking about your consequences later on. Our babies are not important enough to go in full blaze, trying to figure out where this man is to get him out of there. Our babies aren't important enough, but you're so quick to pull on somebody who isn't even armed, or so quick to pull on somebody that's running away. If this person was running away, would you why not go ahead and do what you do? do what we've seen all over the U.S.? Are our babies not that important? Were you scared? That scared? Any other day, you're not scared when you're out trolling the streets and just so happen to run upon somebody who is unarmed and decide to unalive them. So what changed? What changed? I ain't got too many words. I just hope that if my child was ever in a situation at my child's school, that whoever shows up at the front door goes in with neutralize the situation, and would go in with confidence, because obviously none of them had confidence. None of them had the courage to save the children. Okay.
What you got, Plug? What else you got? I see you down there. What else you got?
I ain't got nothing, man.
All right.
I know I let them demons out, man.
Well, Souls is gonna play devil's advocate for the sake of conversation. So Plug made a key statement when he first started. He said those police officers, right? So he's talking about the Austin police officers. And sometimes it's good to know the numbers because you'll know who's protecting your babies. Austin police had only killed 55 people between the years of 2013 to 2025. 10 were black, 16 were Hispanic or Latino, and 24 of them was white. So you can tell even by the officer standing in the hallway,
they don't want no smoke.
These guys were just there to collect a check in the state of Austin, Texas. They were there just to cash a check. Doesn't make it right, because I do agree with Plug and Rain. I think people should be trained for action and go time like the Border Patrol was. When they came in, they neutralized it. With that being said, I think it's very important too to know. I mean, if you notice, the police chief stood there with a phone in his hand, on the phone, making calls, never being into action. Most people follow their leader, and he was supposed to be their chief. And he stood in the middle of a hallway with a cell phone and his 9mm, probably with no round in the chamber, in his right hand. I think this is very sad. This is a leaked video that I'm glad was leaked, because if they never pressed this, those parents would never got answers. Kind of like what Plug said. I was abreast to this just because I was still in the military, and when we have active shooter exercises at the base, they usually give us the history of like the incidents that have happened around. So that's the only reason why I was abreast to it, but it wasn't something that was really like, you had to really be following news to be following it, if that makes sense. Because like Penny said, it was during the time where there was a lot of 2022, man. I don't even know what the number was. We had a lot of active shooters in 2022. That was right after the pandemic. Like, we had a lot of active shooter situation. We just had another one. Maybe me and Rain will cover it this week about In-N-Out. In-N-Out Burger just lost 10 people. Yes. So just wanted to end with this topic about the leak information sometimes can be what people never wanted it to be seen. Not all leak information is people creating a narrative, but sometimes people are hiding the narrative that they did create. And I think this happens more than not. I don't think this is an isolated incident at all. So just something to think about. But I do appreciate Plug and Rain's true opinions and their emotions behind it. Again, me and Rain are going to do something about like the cell phones and active shooter stuff. We'll do that very soon for Maddie and Penny and those who were intrigued with that conversation on the weekly Radar with Rain on Sunday, because it's two sides to every token. So I think it's one of those things that I think a conversation would be a great conversation about it. So, but yeah, that was Souls Talk, man. Like Plug said, man, stop signing up for gigs you're really not ready for. Stop signing up for gigs you're really not ready for. It's happening a lot in the military as we speak too, guys. When I transition out the military, there's a lot of people that I wouldn't go down range with. I'm gonna tell you that.
Not at all. Not at all.
When we started getting confused about who was man and female, I knew it was time to go. It's time to go. Well, with that being said, shout out to those who do serve, who do put their life on the line to protect others, knowing what they signed up for. I know I did it, so I can speak on it. I actually was the team that relieved Lavender Princess team in Iraq, so can definitely speak on it. So I always tell people, stay ready, stay dangerous. You know what I mean? It's something that we really need to be prepared for. And I think it all really accommodates too at the end, right? Being prepared, because we can say what we want. People can feel however they want about the death threats, but people get emotional about things. People get upset about things. People are passionate about things. And like what Plug said earlier, when people don't get answers, sometimes that's what you get. So you have to stay prepared for what life can bring, regardless of how the information is leaked. We talked about it even yesterday with Fauci, right? Over 14 million people lost their lives due to a disease that was created. And now his diaries are being leaked. We're just receiving leaked information about someone who sat back and laughed with the POTUS and got pardoned and all these things. So this is the type of content that we're going to continue to try to bring here on No Middleman. We're going to try to stay true to what we bring here. Topics for adults, topics that actually makes you think about the world, about how you think about things. I appreciate Rain and Plug, man. We've been really structured, sending out the information to one another, actually being prepared for these episodes. I will tell you, Plug and Rain never know what Souls Talk is going to be, but they do know what the other conversations are going to be. So I must say that.
I did not know that shit.
They came on a train.
Yeah, so just always want to leave people with something to think about, right? Because every topic we talk about, it actually has a lot more seriousness to it. Because we're living in a life, man, that's becoming very short for a lot of people. And I think we need to stop running with the leaked narratives and also get the full picture. Because if that state of Austin, Texas never got that full picture, we would still have innocent kids who paid the ultimate price for some lying police officers who said they did everything they could when we watched them stand in a building for almost an hour looking for a key.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah. So we'll read these comments and then Rain, I'll let you close it out, ma'am.
Okay. Lil Pan said, don't put that on an HBCU.
That is FAMU ass, boy.
Stacey said, I get called because I make the songs better. Maddie said she shouldn't have gotten a fake tail anyway. Penny said, random, but why white men don't sing about raising a grown white woman? I'm just saying. Penny said, isn't it a problem that the door was propped open by a rock anyways?
Yep.
It is. They were not secure. Stacey said, yep, I'm going to be quiet.
One second, Rain. But you know what, Penny? This is what happens in life. It's like Chinese water torture. Everybody will miss the first security glitch because the people that they felt should protect them failed completely. And that's how life works. It's not really about who let you in. It was about who let you get away with it once you got in.
Penny said, I remember this. The police failed on this one. Still lawsuits going on.
Yeah. Penny, we got to have you up one day, man. Gotta have you up.
Yeah, come on. Muriel said that was one of the worst school shootings I have ever seen. The police were inactive and very incompetent. Tusai said, yeah, that was sad, man. Shaking my head. Tom said, Uncle Plug took the words right out of my mouth. These are trained officers with all the equipment they needed, and they wasted valuable hours. Penny said, if I remember correctly, the Border Patrol officer that handled business was there because he got a call from his kid going back to the relevant plug.
The relevance. Now you messed me up when you add plug. The relevancy.
Relevancy of kids with cell phones.
I'm still going through it over here.
Penny said there was a few like this during the same time. Penny said, but thanks, souls. Tom said the young boy that's shooting his father gave him that gun as a gift, an assault rifle at 14. My dad would never give a black young kid an assault rifle. I have to work for my evil Knievel. Yeah, they just sentenced him too, I think, the one that was in Georgia.
Yeah.
Tom said we all know why those officers did not have no training. They had to wait for another unit to come there to grab that young man. Did you hear the nervousness in that caused voice?
Yeah. And we
they ain't killing.
I don't think they neutralize them, plug. I'll have to look into it. But I want to give a quick shout out. Anybody who come over from that Facebook side of things. He said, Justice Lena from Atlanta. Welcome in from the A, man. Appreciate you. Welcome in from the A, Justice, man. We appreciate you looking in from the channel. If you get an opportunity to move over to YouTube, if you can subscribe to the Raw Society Network, it's the same name of the Facebook page that you're currently on. But we salute to you, big dog. We appreciate you again. Appreciate everybody over at that Facebook side of things, man. We going crazy over there. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for the monetization. Rain said, should have been first one in, last ones to leave.
When you was talking about that, the head guy, the command sergeant. Tom said those police officers were not trained.
He said, sure thing. We'll put the link in the chat for you real quick.
Tell him I'm coming.
Too tight said, good. You only focus. You can't do two things at once.
I can't.
No, we know your strengths. Too Tight said, good show. Appreciate you, Too Tight. Mary said, Border Patrol neutralized the shooter. And the reason the Border Patrol is there is because one of the childs in the school's called. I know y'all want to run with that narrative. I'm going to kill all those theories once me and Rain sit down and have the conversation for y'all about the phones in the school. He said the shooter did catch one. Okay, he caught one. Welcome in. Who's that? Who? He said, I don't understand your poll question. What is the leak point of view? You got to go back and watch the beginning to understand. We're talking about leaked information. We'll appreciate you watching. If you get an opportunity, that's who, if you can go in. She said, I watched it live. Okay. Justice, this is the link. If you're still over on the Facebook side, this is the link to the Raw Society Network for YouTube. If you can hit that like and subscribe button on that side, it'll be greatly appreciated. But again, we'll still be going live on Facebook as well. Please share it with a friend while you're on the Facebook side. I think Rain said that last one got 800 some thousand views.
Yeah, the last time I checked, it was like 889 or something like that.
Yeah, so we almost had 1 million views for few of the stories, and everything else is over six figures. So we appreciate everybody on the Facebook side of things. We got y'all, man. Once Plug save up his 6 million, we're gonna be able to go on a little earlier. He bought, I think he like $500,000 away, y'all. Not speaking his pockets though. Smurf said done.
You talking about money?
Done.
Well, you'll see me somewhere like this here doing the show.
Peter said, I think the dad was one of the first to catch a charge from his son's actions. Oh, okay. So Rain, if you would like to close us out, man, we appreciate y'all. If you can close us out, man.
Okay, I was putting mine and Plug's links in there right quick. Yeah, it ain't where I want it to be.
I got you, Rain. Do your thing. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see here. So we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight to the leaked episode that we just talked about here at No Middleman. We really, really appreciate you guys. And we just want to let you know that That's the thing about leaked information. It doesn't come with context. It comes with momentum. Our job isn't to hand you the leak and let you run wild. It's to tell you what we actually know, what's still just a claim, and let just sit with the difference. Thanks for spending tonight with us at No Middleman. Just us and you. Good night. We appreciate you guys here at the No Middleman.
No middleman. Look around. Who told you? Who showed you? Who sold you the story? Yeah. Them it got to be no middleman. No middleman. Everybody scrolling with a verdict in their hand. No middleman. No middleman. Truth moving slow, out of rumors got a band. No middleman. No middleman. Everybody talking. Who really understand? A screenshot hit before the sunrise. One voice clip, 9,000 replies. Headlines chasing with the timeline feeds. Half on facts, half on what they believe. Some say justice, some say lies. Everybody got a courtroom behind their eyes. One post up and the whole world split. Nobody asking who confirmed this. Echoes bouncing off the algorithm walls. Watch a whisper turn into a cannonball. Everybody got a mic, nobody got restraint. Painting whole pictures with imaginary paint. Hold up, wait, is it evidence or is it bait? Hold up, wait, don't confuse attention with weight. No middleman, no middleman. Everybody scrolling with a verdict in their hand. No middleman, no middleman. Truth moving slow, out of rumors got a band. 1 leak, 2 leaks, everybody feast.
Yeah. This ain't no handouts. No shortcuts. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman. No middleman, I get it direct. Pressure talk, I don't deal in the flex. Cut the line, I don't wait, I collect. If it's mine, I'ma claim my respect. No middleman, I move with intent. Boss moves only, every dollar was spent. No favors, no deals, no rent. Built from the ground, now the whole game bent. Started with a vision, had to cut the distractions. No handshakes, just results and reactions. They was talking plays, I was making it happen. Turn losses to losses, then flipped it to passion.